Greetings and welcome to another short video by Integrity Biofeedback Academy. I am Brenda Judah and I am co-owner of Integrity Biofeedback Academy. We invite you to go to www.biofeedbackedu.com to take a look at some of the how-to videos that we have up there for the Infinity. And also for those of you who are taking a look at this, if you have further questions and they are not answered there, please go ahead and shoot us an email at integritybiofeedback@gmail.com. We're going to talk today about a question that has been asked several times. When you are first working with your device and you run a scan, and let's say you go out of it and you come back in and you see that those values, your stress potential values, have changed dramatically. We're going to talk about why that would be. Here's the Da Vinci screen. We already have run the scan and we can see that all of the values are now popped up there next to each one of the different profiles. Those are your test or stress potential values, okay? And in order to come to that particular stress potential value, the system has already run a scan on all of those items, and it has now taken the mean average of all of the items behind each one of those profiles, and it has given us the stress potential. So when people begin to ask me why, when I scan something and then I rescan it, we have changes. Well, we're going to take a look and see exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm going to show you that when I click on the chakra panel, which I'm going to do, if you'll notice quickly as it's running its scan, you will see values there already on each one of those chakra areas. Right now we have no values showing up, but once I hit scan, please watch right next to here. You can see in the background very lightly that we see 298, 54, 113. I can't see all the numbers. Down at the root chakra, it's 124. Those values were from the initial scan that provided you with this stress potential. So already we have run the initial scan and we saw some of those numbers behind the screen in a very grayed out fashion, showing us that that was the initial value when we first ran the scan for the Da Vinci screen. And now we've come in here, we have offered the signals once again, and now we have even different values coming up here. One of them that I could remember was the root chakra was at 124. We could see that just ever so slightly. Now it is at 87. So already the body has had the opportunity to shift and make some changes because the signal has been offered now 2 times already to the body. The body's natural speed is, the brain actually is 1/1000th to 1/10,000th of a second. So once that signal has been sent, the body immediately, almost instantaneously, begins to make shifts, and it will change the values or the stress response to that signal just that quickly. The body is making shifts. When we see a change going on, I want you to think of a seesaw or a teeter-totter. What we have done is when we have offered the signal the first time, the body has made some slight adjustments. When we've offered it a second time, it has the opportunity once again to make slight or sometimes even profound adjustments. So the values will change every single time you offer that signal to the body. Now, I want you to notice that I have not balanced any of the items. In other words, I have not moved any of the chakras to either the Balance RX or to the multi-layer. I have not sent actually a sustained signal to the body to begin the body's balancing. However, as I said, we have already sent 2 brief signals to the body to assess the stress potential. Now, I'm going to recheck these items, and I'm typed in up here throat, heart, solar, and base. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we are going to check off each one of the ones that we want to reevaluate, and I'm going to tell it to scan. It's going to ask me with the imprinter or hololinguistics. Hololinguistics. And it's saying that my imprinter is actually not connected, and that is true. So I'm going to say OK. Now it is scanning once again, and we'll see what kinds of shifts or changes have taken place, even though we have not actually sent a sustained balancing signal to the body. Okay, when we started out, the throat was at 101. It is now at 97. The heart chakra was at 45 and it remained there. The solar chakra was at 348 and it has gone to 432. The root chakra was at 87 and it has dropped to 86. Now that's not necessarily the direction we want to go, but you can see that already we have had a change once again because we have sent the signal again. And the body has very quickly made shifts and changes. So the throat, the heart, the solar, the solar and the root chakra have all changed, except for the heart, that is, have all made some change. And that is because you are sending the signal. These scans are not repeatable. In other words, you will not have the same value every single time because the body is in a constant state of fluctuation and it is constantly trying to bring about balance. So don't be concerned when your devices give you different values. I know some of you are interested in like going into the nutriopathy. Let's say that you are a nutritionist and that perhaps you want to be working with people for nutriopathy. Remember, when you go in and you do that first scan, in other words, we're going to tap nutriopathy, and when we go in there and we run that first scan, this is actually the second time that the body will be introduced to the signal. So this is the number that I would be looking at and working with. Now, the next time you come in, these values could be dramatically different, even if the client has not been taking the nutrient itself. And that is because as the body shifts and changes in other areas that you're working on, it will also be impacting the nutriopathy. And it will impact every single area. And remember that it depends on the water intake. Is your client dehydrated or are they hydrated? Did they have the proper amount of sleep? Have they been under any kind of emotional stress since you saw them last time? All of these things will have an impact on the stress potential. This is not a diagnostic test. It is a stress potential test. These items that are underlying, and when they are out of balance, they can all lead to disease and disorder. So balancing the underlying stressors is what will bring about health at the physical level. However, once again, this is not a diagnostic test. It is a test to tell you at this time what is the stress potential for every one of these items that you are scanning. I hope this has been of help for you today. And remember, if you have any other questions, please email us at integritybiofeedback@gmail.com. Thank you.